Goreng wakes up in a concrete cell marked with the number 48, where he meets his cellmate Trimagasi. Trimagasi explains how the prison works. Food is delivered via a platform that travels from the top, stopping briefly at each floor. Those on the lower levels only eat what's left over from the upper levels, and they can't hoard food, as the cell heats or cools fatally if food is kept. Each month, the prisoners are reassigned to a new level. Every prisoner is allowed to bring one item, and Goreng brought a copy of Don Quixote, while Trimagasi brought a self-sharpening knife. Goreng volunteered to spend 6 months in the Vertical Self-Management Center to earn a diploma, while Trimagasi is serving a year-long sentence for involuntary manslaughter. One day, a bloody woman named Miharu descends on the platform. Trimagasi explains that she comes down every month searching for her daughter. Goreng watches her being attacked by the prisoners on the level below, and though he considers helping, Miharu kills them both and continues her descent. The following month, Goreng wakes up tied to his bed. He and Trimagasi have been reassigned to level 171, where the platform is expected to arrive empty. Trimagasi plans to cut pieces of flesh from Goreng to keep them both alive. On the 8th day, Trimagasi cuts into Goreng's leg, but Miharu arrives on the platform, attacks Trimagasi, and frees Goreng. Goreng kills Trimagasi, and Miharu feeds some of Trimagasi's flesh to Goreng before eating some herself and leaving. The next month, Goreng wakes up on level 33 with a new cellmate, Imogwiri, who brought her dog. Goreng recognizes her as the official who interviewed him for the prison. Imogwiri voluntarily entered the prison after being diagnosed with terminal cancer, hoping to fix the terrible conditions. She tries to ration food and convince those below to do the same, but they ignore her until Goreng threatens to defecate on their food. Miharu descends on the platform again, this time gravely wounded. Goreng and Imogwiri help her, and Goreng tells Imogwiri about Miharu's search for her daughter. However, Imogwiri says no child under 16 is allowed in the facility, and that Miharu came in alone. She adds that there are 200 levels in total. The following month, Goreng is reshuffled to level 202. He wakes up to find Imogwiri dead, having hanged herself. To survive, Goreng eats her flesh and starts hallucinating visions of her and Trimagasi. Goreng wakes next on level 6 with a new cellmate, Baharat. Baharat tries to climb to the higher levels using a rope, but those above him betray him by defecating on him. Estimating there are around 250 levels, Goreng convinces Baharat to join him in descending the platform to ration food and help those below. As they descend, they force prisoners to ration, fighting those who refuse. Fellow prisoner Sir Brambang recognizes Baharat and berates him for being too aggressive. He gives them tips on how to conduct themselves on the rest of the way down, and convinces them to send a symbolic message to the administration by leaving a single panna cotta untouched. They come across Miharu fighting other prisoners, but despite their attempt to help, she is killed. Goreng and Baharat continue downward, eventually passing level 250 and arriving at level 333, where the platform stops. They find a young girl hiding under the bed, and Goreng assumes she is Miharu's daughter. It appears that her mother, Miharu, has been protecting her child all along. She wasn't descending on the platform to look for her, as she claimed, but she did so to deliver food, ensuring she stayed there, safe and alone. Goreng gets off the platform with Baharat, only to have it continue downward, leaving them behind and in distress. Goreng tries to convince Baharat to feed the girl the panna cotta, saying the girl should be the message instead. Baharat repeats the panna cotta is the message over and over, but eventually changes his mind and gives the girl the dessert, repeating the girl is the message. He and Baharat give her an untouched panna cotta, hoping it will serve as a message to the people above. Baharat dies from his injuries, and Goreng takes the girl onto the platform. As they descend to the bottom, Goreng has a vision of Trimagasi, who tells him that his journey is over, but Goreng explains that he must bear the message. Trimagasi replies that the message requires no bearer. Goreng steps off the platform, leaving the girl to be sent back up as the message.